Hello students, today I'm going to show you some examples of how to give your own opinion. In speaking, most of the time you will be asked your own opinion regarding certain issues, topic, situation or events. We are going to take some examples of students' opinion on the story The Three Questions. Of course, you can start your opinion by giving a summary of the story that you have listened to. But keep your summary short and simple.
For me, the story is very interesting because it tells you about a king who went out to find a hermit and seek for his guidance. But instead of getting a quick answer for his question, the hermit teach him by action. In the end of the day, the king learned an important lesson in his life and get his answer for his questions.
One way to start giving out ideas is to list your points.
Number one, every problem can be solved with our own experience. Okay, number two, we must always be kind and have a good heart with everybody without choose the status. I mean like example the king and the hermit. Number three, we must help people sincerely without any doubt. Number four, it is last. As a leader, we should have a good heart, kind, positive thinking, sharing, appreciate, and say thank you to people who are always help and support us.
However, in speaking, you need to remember that quality is better than quantity. Learn to focus on one main point and give explanation as well as example for that one point.
The moral value I get is we should be a forgiveness person. For example, even the king knew that the man he helped is his enemy, he still chose to forgive him.
We must be forgiveness. Like every mother always forgive her children if they do some wrong.
In the story The Three Questions, you can easily find a lot of lessons from the story itself, so you can use them in your opinion.
Story is very good. It's quite motivated, and the lesson we can take is it can be found in the answer of the three questions that the king made. First, the most important time is now, because like what the hermit say, it is the only time when we have any power, and now is the only time we can act, because we know that there is no one who can tell our future. So we should focus on now, because what we act now can affect our future.
So the most important time is now. Maybe sometimes we regret the mistake that we has made from our past, but we still cannot do anything because it from our past. So we have still a chance to change for better. So the time is now.
From what I get from the three question story, the story tells us about importance of people. So we have to respect all the people.
We also need to know that we must do good with someone or person that you are with. If we keep helping and giving hand each other, everything will fall apart, right?
A much better way is to give your own observation or your own take on these lessons.
Okay, my opinion based on the three question story, the author wants to convey what we want does not always come easily. Okay, we must work diligently so that what we desire is achieved successfully with our own effort. Like for example, the king searched the answer of his three questions by his own effort until he found the answer that really made him satisfied. For our reality, we must to be like the king. Okay, leave the throne and go search for what he want. In this world, not everything come easily.
My opinion about this story is The hermit not tell the answer immediately is because the hermit wants the kings to realize her own answer and the benefit from what he done. And the moral story that I got from this story is we must think twice or thrice maybe before taking any decisions, cause the consequence continue right to the future, and we don't know what happened in our future, right?
Okay,
Ram?
in my opinion, I think it was a good story because for me, I think the story want to tell us an important message, but not in a direct way. So we must wait and find it by ourselves. Don't depend on other people. Because for me, I think other people will get a different opinion. So be patient, okay? Good thing take times.
And give reasons why people should apply these lessons in their life.
This is a good example for us to apply in our daily life because we need to help people whenever they need it, because it does not cost much to help people even though they hurt your feeling.
Apart from lessons from the story, you can also talk about your favorite scene from the story.
In my opinion about this 3 question story, it is a story that have very interesting and unique storyline. I love the scene when the hermit did not answer the king's questions immediately, and finally the all 3 questions have been answered in a very unique way. This story also have many lessons. First lessons that I have learned from this story is we cannot postpone the job that we need to do, because the right time for us to do the job is at that time. Second, if you want people to do good to us, we must treat and do good to others first.
Or the character that you like.
As we know, the king is the ruler of the one country, so the king must be intelligent and open-minded, because what he continue his search about the 3 questions. It also show that he is so persistent. The king is also humble when he went to see the old hermit.
I'm also glad of his story, especially the character of the king, because he asks questions to make things clear, and he is not only depending on himself, because he is also depending on the opinions of the people around him, and that is the character that I love most about him.
The character that I liked the most was the king. It is because the king was a very patient person. He patiently waited the hermit to answer his question, although he already asked the hermit that question several times. Second, the king was a very kind person. When he saw the hermit digging a hole in the front of his hut and looks very tired, he asked for his help so the hermit can rest for a while.
And try to connect that character with real life examples.
I like every hermit's answer. It's because of he really proved that the elders are really more experienced and logical about things in life, and because they are full of wisdom.
So, all in all, make sure that you are confident with your own opinions.
First of all, I think it is a good story, a good insight for all of us, because at some point, for some people, they might have wondering the same thing like the king. They want to avoid failing in whatever they do. I can conclude that the story teaches us to not overthinking the failure, because failure is not a bad thing, it is a part of our life. To summarize what the hermit has answered, the most important thing is the present. Just enjoy the present, care and pay attention to the people who are with you now and do them good.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the story as well as the speaking task.